Welcome to our channel, where we delve into the uncharted realms of bizarre and scary stories. In this video, we will venture into some of the most interesting unsolved mysteries of all time. From the chilling tales that send shivers down your spine to the perplexing cases that leave investigators baffled. Join us on a journey into the darkest corners of human knowledge. In the tranquil countryside of Hinterkaifeck, a small Bavarian farm, a dark secret unfolded in 1922. The Gruber family resided in the isolated farmhouse, living a simple but content life. Andreas Gruber, the patriarch, was a hardworking farmer, while his wife, Kazilia, managed the household with love and care. Their daughter, Victoria, was a compassionate young woman who helped her parents with the farm chores. Together, they formed a close-knit family unit. However, something sinister loomed beneath the seemingly idyllic surface. As winter settled in, odd occurrences disrupted the tranquility of the farm. Footprints appeared around the property, seemingly coming from nowhere. The family dismissed them as the whims of a curious wanderer, unaware of the sinister presence lurking in the shadows. But the unease continued to grow. One evening, Victoria confided in her neighbor, Lorenz Schlittenbauer, about the strange happenings. The two decided to investigate, driven by a shared concern for the Gruber's safety. Armed with torches, they ventured onto the farm late at night, their footsteps muffled by the snow. The farm lay still, shrouded in darkness. The faint sound of creaking floorboards sent a chill down their spines. As they reached the farmhouse, they noticed an open door, a door that had been securely locked before. Panic surged within them, and they called out to the Grubers, their voices filled with concern. Silence was their only reply. An overwhelming dread gripped Victoria and Lorenz as they entered the house. A flickering candle revealed a scene of unimaginable horror. The Gruber family lay lifeless in the living room, their bodies contorted and bloodied. Fear etched upon their faces. The police were summoned, and the news spread throughout the country, captivating the nation with its brutality and mystery. Investigators arrived, their faces pale as they combed through the farm, searching for answers. Theories emerged. Some believed it to be the work of a deranged stranger, while others whispered about a vengeful spirit haunting the farm. Whispers of family feuds and local rivalries added to the intrigue, casting a web of suspicion over the community. The investigation proved arduous, hindered by the lack of concrete evidence. The police struggled to unravel the enigma that gripped Hinterkaifeck, while fear consumed the villagers. The brutal murders left scars on the collective psyche of the community, forever altering its sense of security. Years passed, and the truth behind the Hinterkaifeck murders remained buried in the cold, dark earth. The farm stood as a somber reminder of the unsolved mystery, its walls holding secrets that may never be fully revealed. To this day, the case remains open, a chilling tale etched in the annals of true crime history. The Hinterkaifeck murders serve as a haunting reminder that even in the most serene places, evil can find a way to infiltrate, leaving scars that transcend time. The neon lights of Los Angeles cast an ethereal glow on the streets as darkness settled over the city. It was January 15th, 1947, when the body of Elizabeth Short, known as the Black Dahlia, was discovered in a vacant lot. The news of her brutal murder sent shockwaves through the community, forever etching her name into the annals of true crime history. Detective Jack Carter stood at the crime scene, his heart heavy with the weight of the grisly sight before him. Elizabeth's body lay in pieces, severed at the waist, her mouth carved into an eternal grin. The brutality of the murder defied comprehension, leaving even the seasoned detective shaken to the core. As the investigation unfolded, whispers of Elizabeth's life became part of the macabre tapestry, her dreams of stardom, her haunting beauty, and her troubled past. The city buzzed with speculation and theories, each more horrifying than the last. Jack delved deep into the underbelly of Los Angeles, searching for the truth amidst a sea of shadows. He interviewed witnesses, combed through records, and followed every lead, determined to bring Elizabeth's killer to justice. But the deeper he delved, the more he realized the dark undercurrents that ran through the city. Secrets festered beneath the surface, and Elizabeth had unwittingly stepped into a world of darkness that refused to release its grip. As he examined the evidence, a sense of dread settled over Jack. The intricate precision of the dismemberment suggested a deranged mind, someone familiar with the art of torment. The killer reveled in their power, leaving a gruesome tableau for the world to witness. Haunted by the case, Jack found solace in the dark recesses of his mind. Visions of Elizabeth's twisted corpse plagued his dreams, seeping into his waking hours. He became consumed by the hunt, unable to escape the clutches of the Black Dahlia's ghost. As the investigation progressed, Jack's personal life began to crumble. The darkness he confronted daily seeped into his relationships, casting a shadow over his family and friends. The horrors of the Black Dahlia case threatened to consume him whole. Late one night, Jack received a mysterious phone call. A chilling voice whispered on the other end, taunting him with details only the killer would know. Fear mingled with rage as he listened, his heart pounding in his chest. The killer reveled in their sadistic game, a twisted dance of cat and mouse. Determined to end the torment, Jack forged ahead. He followed the faintest trail of breadcrumbs, piecing together fragments of the killer's identity. The closer he came, the more dangerous the game became. Shadows lurked at every turn, watching, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. In a final confrontation, Jack found himself face to face with the embodiment of evil. The killer, shrouded in darkness, taunted him with their knowledge of his innermost fears and desires. The line between hunter and hunted blurred, leaving Jack teetering on the precipice of madness. In a desperate struggle, Jack fought for his life, grappling with the killer in a frenzied dance of survival. The room echoed with their savage battle, a symphony of violence and desperation. In the end, it was Jack who emerged victorious, gasping for breath, his body battered, but his spirit unbroken. The killer lay lifeless, their secret silenced forever. The nightmare of the Black Dahlia had come to an end, but the scars it left behind would forever haunt the detective's soul. As the years passed, the Black Dahlia case remained unsolved, leaving behind a chilling legacy that still captures the imagination. Elizabeth's tragic story serves as a reminder of the darkness that can dwell within even the brightest lights, and the horrors that can lurk beneath the surface of a city known for its dreams. In the tranquil streets of late 1960s San Francisco, a malevolent shadow loomed over the city. The Zodiac Killer, a phantom cloaked in darkness, struck fear into the hearts of its residents. No one knew who he was or when he would strike next, but his twisted reign of terror had begun. Detective Mark Anderson stood before the detective board, littered with cryptic letters and ciphers sent by the enigmatic killer. The Zodiac's crimes were baffling, his identity hidden behind a mask of anonymity. Each crime scene bore his sinister signature, a circle with a cross through it, an eerie symbol etched into the collective consciousness of the city. Mark had seen his fair share of horrors, but the Zodiac case was different. It was personal. The killer played a twisted game of cat and mouse with law enforcement, taunting them with chilling messages and challenging their ability to catch him. The weight of the city's fear rested on Mark's shoulders. As the investigation unfolded, the Zodiac's crimes became increasingly audacious. He targeted young couples, striking fear into the hearts of anyone who dared to be in love. His attacks were brutal, leaving the city in a state of perpetual unease. Mark became consumed by the case, his every waking moment dedicated to deciphering the Zodiac's cryptic codes. He pored over the letters, meticulously examining each line and symbol, desperate to find the key that would unlock the killer's true identity. Night after night, he sat at his desk, the dim light of the lamp casting long shadows across the room. The weight of the investigation pressed upon him, threatening to break his resolve. But he refused to give in. He was determined to bring the Zodiac to justice, to bring an end to the reign of terror that had plagued the city for far too long. As the years passed, the Zodiac continued his deadly game, slipping through the fingers of law enforcement time and time again. Mark's obsession grew, as did the mounting pressure to solve the case. The media scrutinized every move, the public demanded answers. The Zodiac had become a mythical figure, his legend growing with each crime committed. Then, on a fateful night, a breakthrough came. Mark's tireless efforts led him to a potential suspect, a man whose resemblance to the police sketches was uncanny. The pieces began to fall into place. A glimmer of hope ignited within Mark's heart. But just as quickly as hope had blossomed, it withered away. The evidence against the suspect was circumstantial, and the Zodiac continued to elude capture. Mark's frustration mounted. his determination fueling a fire within him that refused to be extinguished. Years turned into decades, and still, the Zodiac Killer remained at large. Mark had dedicated his life to solving the case, sacrificing personal relationships and his own well-being in the process. The weight of the unsolved mystery threatened to consume him. As an old man, Mark found himself standing at the edge of the Golden Gate Bridge, gazing out at the vast expanse before him. He had come to terms with the fact that he may never solve the Zodiac case, that the killer's true identity may forever remain a mystery. But as he looked out over the water, a renewed sense of purpose stirred within him. The Zodiac had brought terror to the city, but Mark refused to let that define his legacy. He had fought tirelessly, never giving up, always searching for the truth. And as he turned away from the bridge, determination etched into his weathered face. Mark knew that his pursuit of justice would never end. The Zodiac Killer may have evaded capture, but the detective's relentless pursuit of truth and justice would remain an indelible mark in the annals of crime. Thank you for watching. In the next videos, we will tell more of some of the most interesting and bizarre mysteries of all time. Stay tuned and subscribe to our channel. I hope to spook you again in the next video.